Hey, what's up, guys? Today, this is going to be a different kind of vid, and I'm going to walk you through the process of what I go through when I try to build a deck for Wild or Standard in Hearthstone. So this will be a deck building guide for you guys to help you guys create your own decks, to think outside the box, and it's just fun. It's better when you can create your own decks and win with them. Because you don't have to depend on other people to wait to make decks, etc. So there's a lot of positives to this. So the first thing you got to ask yourself, numero uno, is what class do you want to build the deck for? Because if you don't know what class, you have to start with the class, right? You have to. What class are you feeling? Okay, excuse me, guys. Sorry about this. I'm just typing and holding a. But you have to ask yourself, what class do I want to make a deck for? Because if you're not enjoying the class or the cards that it has, then you're not going to have fun with the deck. It's not going to be a good process. So if you're feeling warrior, there you go. You have number one complete. I want to build a warrior deck, okay? Number two, you have to ask yourself, is this going to be a wild or standard? So, wild or standard? Because it's going to depend a lot. It's going to depend a lot on how you build your deck. Is going to depend a lot on whether it's wild or standard, because the meta in each category is different, right? So that's a big deal, and it's gonna the cards that are available to you are also different. Third thing that I go through is what kind of deck do I want mine to be? Do I want to be a control deck, aggro, meme deck? What kind of deck do I want to be? So you have to ask yourself, type of deck. Aggro, control, do space, control, combo, OTK, Reno, meme deck, OTK, Reno, meme, those kind of things, okay? So once you have that, you know the class, you know what format, and you know the type, then you're getting closer, okay? So for example, say we choose warrior as our class, and we go to wild as our format, and the type of deck we choose control. So we have a warrior, wild, control. That's what we have in our deck plan right now. So then you have to go to warrior, and let me switch to the should be game capture, right? Game capture. Wait, Hearthstone. So we're at Hearthstone right now, okay? So let's go to warrior. All cards, warrior. So we're at control, right? So we want a control deck. Okay. So we then need to figure out what what cards our defined control, right? So, like, what cards are fitting for the type of deck? So since we're in control, that means we want to make it to the end game, and we have to have board clear. So maybe we want shield slams to take care of big minions. Maybe we want a risky skipper to clear out minions. Okay. Maybe we want sword and board for clear. Here, cleave. 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions. So we're in control. We're still thinking about control. Bash is a great control card because you can go minion or face. Oh, here, Warpath, another great control card. Bladestorm, another great one. Coerce, great control card for clear. Lord Barov. Control. Think about control, right? We put in a pirate because we have it's an taunt and it gives us a weapon. Brawl. Control. Deathwing can clear entire board. So we have a lot of control cards, okay? And then we ask ourselves, let's just say we have our deck finished. Do we have enough cards to counter the meta? So can we deal with the meta? So I think if we look at this deck here, you know, we can deal with odd paladins. We have clears, shield slams, sword and board, warpath. We can deal with odd paladins. We can deal with demon hunters. We can deal with big and druids. Those kind of decks, all right? Can we deal with secret mages? Maybe. I mean, we have spells. They have counter spells, but they can't have more than one. I mean, they can only have so many counter spells. So we'll be able to clear their boards, I think, fairly well. But it's not going to be as easy as a aggro deck like a demon hunter. So okay, so we thought about aggro. We thought about secret mages. Can we deal with big priest? Probably not, because they have so many ways to resurrect the minions, and we only have so many resources. So we're not going to be able to deal with big priest. What about combo decks like Raza Priest? Not really either. I mean, unless we have a tech card like a dirty rat to, a dirty rat to take out their um, Raza and their combo pieces. So I mean, we could add that. So I mean, we can add that, and we might have a chance. So um, you ask yourself, can you deal with the meta? Can you deal with the meta? And you're not going to be able to counter every deck, but at least if you have, you know, enough resources, right? Number 6 is you got to think to yourself, do you have basic card engines? Let's just say mechanics. Do you have basic card mechanics? These are things like card draw. So card draw, you gotta have card draw, because if you don't have card draw, it's gonna be very hard for you to win games. So that's one thing that's important. Curve, your mana curve, right? So mana curve. Do you have cards that are too expensive and that you can't play until they're turn 5 or 6? Because if that's the case, you're pretty much going to lose to aggro decks. Maybe you have too many 1-drops, and by the time it gets to turn 4 or 5, your minions and your cards aren't just strong enough. So what else are some card mechanics that are basic to the game? I would say the next one is tech cards, which kind of goes into number 5 when you're thinking about the meta. Are you going to have a weapon removal? Are you going to have a Lotheb for the priest and mages? Are you going to use Eater of Secrets for the secret mages? So those are the tech cards you want to think about. And then you want to think about let's see what else I'm thinking here. I mean, so far, that's pretty much the basics. There's probably a lot more that I could go into, but once you can answer all these questions, and it's going to give you a kind of structure to when you start creating your deck. So, like, what class do I want to play? What format? What type? Aggro, control, combo, OTK, Reno, meme. What cards are fitting for the type of deck you're creating? So if you're creating a Reno deck, you're going to have Reno, right? You're going to have only one type of each kind. You're going to need a Zephyr. Cards that work when you have no duplicates. If you're creating an aggro deck, you need to have a good curve. You need to have aggressive cards. Charge. You need to have things that give buffs that buff your minions. Good tempo for that, right? So that's when you have 4. What cards are fitting for your deck? Number 5, we deal with the meta? Can your deck deal with the meta? If you're building a control deck, do you have enough cards and control cards to deal with aggro paladins and demon hunters? Do you have enough board clear? Or are you going to rely on taunt minions for your control? And if you're an OTK deck, what are you going to do if someone has a dirty rat and takes away your combo piece? Are you going to have another win condition besides your OTK? Number 6, do you have basic card mechanics in a deck? Do you have enough card draw? Because the only hero power with card draw is Gul'dan, and so he doesn't really need to worry about card draw, but other classes need to, so you need to think about that. You need to think about the curve of your cards, make sure the curve is good, or understand where you are in the curve. And lastly, tech cards. Do you need weapon removal? Either secrets for the secret mages? Do you want to include a dirty rat for the combo and Raza Priest? So ask yourself these questions, okay? And as you ask yourself these questions, you'll be able to make a deck that you like, and you'll become better at it. And as you become better at deck building, Hearthstone becomes a different game because there's so many cards, there's so many possibilities and combinations. It opens a lot more for you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and happy deck building. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, commenting, liking, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Good luck.